So you've been pre-approved, now what?
Today we're going to give you the first in a two-part series of the do's and don'ts after being pre-approved.
Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Crystal.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm Brandon. Welcome to Monday Mortgage Matters. So like I said, today we're going to start with part one of a two-part series on what to do and what not to do after you've been pre-approved.
So the number one thing that you do not want to do after getting pre-approved is quit your job or change jobs. So this might seem obvious. You know, you're thinking, yeah, well, obviously I don't want to do that, but it happens from time to time. But you know, if you get an offer that you just can't refuse, and you do end up changing jobs after you've been pre-approved, you're going to want to try to at least stay in the same line of work and get paid the same. So what I mean by that is if you're a W-2 paid employee now, you don't want to switch to a 1099 employee, you know.
Or like an hourly to commission.
Yeah, hourly to commission or something like that. But if at all possible, don't change jobs after you're pre-approved until you close on your house. It's very important.
It's good advice.
Yep.
Number two, don't go out and buy a new car or new furniture or a new super expensive engagement ring or anything like that. Don't buy anything on credit because that's going to hurt you big time.
That's right. I mean, it can affect your scores. It can affect your debt ratios. It can affect a lot of things about your pre-approval that we've already looked at. So don't do that.
Don't do it.
All right. Number three, don't make large cash or any kind of deposits that we cannot source. I mean, anything beyond your payroll or direct deposit from your employer, we could ask about. So it could be cash under the bed, cash in a safe, a gift from your parents that we don't know about, anything that would be abnormal. One of the things we look at when we look at your pre-approval is your bank statements for at least a couple months, usually up to the point of you buying a home. So don't do that. That just creates a lot of documentation that you may not have, for starters, and could just impact, you know, what we do for your pre-approval. So keep that in mind.
Tip number four, don't spend the money that you've set aside for your down payment. So if you have some money set aside that we've already seen in your bank statements, you're going to want to hold on to that money. It's important to be disciplined during that time from pre-approval to close. You know, even if you have more than enough to close out your loan in cash, you know, we may have used that for underwriting guidelines, you know, for adequate reserves is what they're going to look at a lot of times. So always try to hold on to that though until after you've closed, just to make sure that everything goes smoothly.
Number five, do not change financial institutions, because we like to have a paper trail of everything that happens and everything that you've deposited or taken out or whatever. We like to see that. And it's hard when you've changed financial institutions over this.
Right, during the process, yeah, it makes it a little difficult sometimes to track the money, really.
Yeah.
And not to say that you can't ever change banks, but just during the process, if you can keep all your money in one bank or one institution, or at least keep them in the places that you've told us they're at.
Yeah.
Right.
So basically just picture it like you're getting your hair cut. When you go to get your hair cut, you have to sit there and be still and not move, or they're going to and mess you up, and it's going to be really bad. So just think of it that way when you're buying a home or trying to get a loan. You just sit there and you just don't move. Just don't move. Don't quit jobs. Don't move banks. Don't whatever.
Anything.
Don't change nothing. Just sit there, just still as you can be. It'll be all right.
That's a great analogy.
It is a good analogy. I just thought of it right off the top of my head, right off the top of my red roots. We do hope that this information was helpful for you today. If you need us for anything whatsoever, give us a call at 256-734-6012.
Or you can reach us online at SnyderMortgageTeam.com. Go ahead and get pre-approved.
That's right. Get right there.
Get pre-approved and just sit still.
But be sure to tune in next week where we go to part two of the 5 things you want to do after you're pre-approved. So we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
I'm so skinny now, I'm almost see-through. Number 2, don't buy anything on, do not buy anything on credit. Like, no, wait.
Think of something funny. What's something funny?
Mark the inflatable arm flailing tube man.
New furniture, a very expensive engagement ring. That's from my words. Okay.
Was it number 3? 4. Number 4. Okay.
No. Yeah, no.